If you are somebody who doubts yourself a lot, who second guesses yourself a lot, not just once in a rare while, but as a pattern, you feel indecisive, like you're not quite sure that what you think or feel is right. If you feel like you need to check with somebody else about what you're planning on doing or what you were thinking or your perspective or take in a particular situation that happened, well, it can be exhausting. It can be incredibly draining. It takes a lot of energy, actually, to doubt yourself, to second guess yourself, that replaying of conversations, going over and over again, the details of something that may have happened. Well, here's the thing. The biggest danger of being somebody who doubts yourself a lot, who second guesses yourself, is that at root, you come to question whether you can truly trust yourself. You come to wonder, can I really trust myself? And that is actually a very scary proposition. What do we have after all if we can't trust ourselves? It's from our position, from our brain, from our set of thoughts and feelings that we deal with every day. That is the basis from which every decision that we make flows. So if you feel like you are second guessing yourself a lot, odds are deep down you're afraid there is a little bit of a problem. And you may be right. We are not put here on earth, I believe, as adults to be in positions where we, as a pattern, doubt ourselves, question ourselves, wonder constantly if we're doing the right thing, if we said the right thing. Now, self reflection, having some sort of internal editor and being aware of what you say and do, those are healthy things. Sometimes after something happens, replaying the tape one time in your head and thinking, I wonder if I should have said that, or could I have done that better? That's healthy. But we're not talking about that. If you are somebody who is stuck in a rut of second guessing yourself and always doubting yourself, it is like a thought and behavior spiral that you have gotten stuck in. It's almost like a form of paralysis, and it's not good for you. Now, something that people can do is to ask themselves, what is the domino effect of second guessing myself? Okay, so you take that behavior. Most people who always doubt themselves, they know that's something that they do. They're aware of that. In fact, they suffer with it, right? Okay, so you know that. But what you might not be clear on is what the domino effect is. How does it seep into different parts of your life? Because odds are, if you are stuck in a rut of doubting yourself a lot, that it probably shows up in many different areas of your life. So, one example would be you can look at your life at work, in your work decisions that you make. Do you doubt yourself there, or do you trust yourself? When issues come up or conflicts with people at work, or maybe you get some negative feedback, deep down, do you just wholeheartedly believe the other person is right? Do you take it completely at face value? Or do you, in a measured way, look at that objectively? Listen to what they say, take the feedback in, and then sort of observe that feedback and then think about what you believe. Think about what your position is on the matter, and then look at those two together and decide what's best. That is a really healthy way to do things. Well, if you are stuck in kind of second guessing yourself, it also means that you may sometimes be too quick to be self critical, to mentally beat yourself up and assume falsely that you were wrong, that something about your feelings, your perspective should have been different, should have changed, wasn't right. Okay. So you can ask yourself if there's a domino effect with this second guessing that you have that comes out at work. Think about it in your relationship life. In what relationships in your life might this domino effect show? Do you second guess yourself when you are making decisions with family members, or when you go to family members maybe and you talk to them, if you're upset with them, or how you behave in conflicts? Or do you tend to second guess even some of the feelings that you have when you're upset with somebody? Think about it from that perspective. Now, the final question that I want to leave you with is probably one of the most important things when it comes to this issue. And that's this: ask yourself, when you second guess yourself, when you doubt yourself, does that trait, that behavior, tend to come out equally with all the people in your life? Think about all the people in your life, the people that you tend to see on a daily or maybe weekly basis. Do you second guess yourself equally with almost all of them? Or do you find yourself second guessing yourself more with one particular person, or with maybe a very small group of people? Does it come out with them only, but not with others? If the latter is the case, that you tend to second guess yourself most with one person or with a small group of people, you have to look at those relationships and ask yourself, what is it about this relationship that might be making me feel distrusting or insecure? And then finally ask yourself, are those relationships serving me well in my life? How close is it good for me to be to people where those relationships actually bring out this trait where I undermine my own sense of self-trust? That's a pretty serious thing. Undermining our own self-trust. Wow, really, really take a moment and let that sink in. Undermining self-trust is a pretty serious thing when trust in ourselves is what we must rely on in this life. I'm Dr. Seth, psychologist.